Have you ever felt uncertain or confused about your partner's sexual preferences, especially when it comes to intimate acts like anal sex? This topic, while sensitive, is one that many couples wrestle with, yet it often goes unspoken due to embarrassment or fear of judgment. Today, we are going to confront this issue head-on, exploring what it means when a wife shows reluctance or refuses to engage in anal sex. Sexual intimacy is not just about physical gratification. It's a reflection of trust, mutual respect, and emotional closeness. Over the years, desires and boundaries can shift for various reasons: emotional, psychological, cultural, or even physical. For many men, a wife's reluctance toward anal sex may feel confusing or even disheartening. It's easy to misinterpret this hesitation as rejection, but the reality is far more nuanced. Sexual preferences, especially for acts as intimate as anal sex, are deeply personal and often influenced by a variety of complex factors. In this video, we'll explore these factors with openness and respect, from the emotional and psychological concerns that can arise to the cultural stigmas that may shape a woman's perspective. We will also discuss the anatomical and physical aspects that can influence her comfort level. This isn't just about understanding why she might say no, but also about discovering how you can maintain a fulfilling and passionate sexual connection while respecting her boundaries. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, I encourage you to click the subscribe button and ring the notification bell to stay updated on all our latest content. Your support means a lot, so if you find value in this video, please give it a thumbs up to help spread our message. I'm eager to hear your thoughts on today's topic. If you enjoy the content, please comment 1 below. If it doesn't resonate with you, leave a 0. Your feedback is crucial as it helps me create better videos that align with your interests. Now, let's get started. When it comes to anal sex, understanding its implications in a relationship requires looking beyond the act itself. It's crucial to acknowledge that sexual intimacy evolves over time, influenced by emotional, cultural, and physical dynamics. For many women, the thought of engaging in anal sex might bring discomfort or hesitation, and this reaction can stem from deeply ingrained beliefs, past experiences, or personal preferences. Emotionally, sex is a delicate balance of vulnerability and connection. Anal sex, in particular, can feel especially intimate, as it crosses boundaries that some might feel hesitant to explore. For some women, this act might evoke feelings of anxiety or even fear, particularly if they've had negative experiences in the past. These emotions are often compounded by societal messaging, which can paint anal sex in a taboo light. Women who have grown up in environments where such acts were demonized may carry lingering feelings of guilt or shame. These beliefs don't disappear overnight and must be approached with patience and understanding. Cultural factors also play a significant role. In many societies, anal sex is viewed as controversial or even forbidden, creating a sense of conflict between personal desires and societal expectations. This can lead to inner turmoil, as a woman may feel torn between wanting to please her partner and staying true to her own comfort levels and values. This dichotomy can make open communication about the subject particularly challenging, as it involves navigating not just personal boundaries, but also larger cultural narratives. Physically, anal sex is fundamentally different from vaginal intercourse, requiring greater care and preparation. The anal area does not naturally produce lubrication, and without proper precautions, the experience can be uncomfortable or even painful. Conditions such as hemorrhoids, pelvic floor dysfunction, or past injuries can make this type of intimacy particularly unappealing. It's vital for both partners to be aware of these factors and approach the subject with empathy rather than expectation. The key to navigating this sensitive subject lies in communication. Understanding your wife's reluctance is not about convincing her to change her mind, but about learning to respect her feelings and comfort zones. It's an opportunity to build a deeper connection by showing that her emotional and physical well-being is your priority. When you create a safe space for her to express her boundaries, you foster trust and intimacy that can strengthen your relationship in meaningful ways. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. To truly understand a partner's hesitations regarding anal sex, one must first recognize the profound psychological and emotional layers that influence their perspective. Sexual intimacy, particularly when it involves acts that may feel especially vulnerable or unconventional, often reflects the deeper emotional fabric of a relationship. For many women, the idea of anal sex can trigger complex emotions ranging from curiosity and intrigue to discomfort, fear, or even anxiety. One of the most significant psychological factors is the association between anal sex and vulnerability. This act can feel highly invasive for some, symbolizing a level of exposure that may challenge their sense of control or comfort. For others, it might resurface past negative experiences or traumas, such as feelings of coercion or inadequacy in prior relationships. These emotional barriers are often deeply rooted and require not just patience, but a commitment to creating an emotionally secure environment where such fears can be discussed without judgment. Societal norms also exert a heavy influence on how anal sex is perceived. Women raised in conservative or religious backgrounds may view this act as taboo, associating it with guilt or shame. These feelings can be so deeply ingrained that even the suggestion of anal intimacy may evoke resistance or a defensive response. It's important to remember that these reactions aren't about rejecting a partner personally, but are instead reflections of internalized beliefs that have shaped their sexual identity over time. Emotional safety is a cornerstone of any healthy sexual relationship, and the discussion around anal sex must be framed with this in mind. Pressuring a partner to engage in something they are uncomfortable with risks undermining the trust and respect that are fundamental to intimacy. Instead, couples should focus on open, honest conversations where both partners feel heard and validated. Asking questions like, "How does this make you feel?" or "What can I do to make you feel more at ease?" can pave the way for meaningful dialogue. Another key emotional factor is the role of confidence and body image in a woman's sexual decisions. As people age, physical changes can lead to insecurities that make them less likely to explore new or challenging forms of intimacy. A partner's gentle reassurance can go a long way in helping them feel cherished and accepted, regardless of their boundaries. By prioritizing emotional intimacy over physical demands, couples can maintain a strong connection without crossing lines that cause discomfort or fear. Furthermore, it's vital to address the potential for mismatched desires in a way that doesn't create resentment. If a wife expresses clear reluctance or refusal, her partner must understand that her feelings do not reflect a lack of love or attraction. Instead, this situation offers an opportunity for both partners to explore alternative ways to maintain intimacy. Focusing on acts that both find pleasurable and fulfilling can help reinforce a bond of mutual respect and understanding. Ultimately, navigating the emotional and psychological aspects of anal sex requires empathy, patience, and a genuine desire to prioritize your partner's comfort. When both individuals feel valued and understood, the relationship flourishes, even in the face of differing desires. Remember, true intimacy isn't about convincing someone to fulfill your needs, it's about building a partnership where love and respect guide every decision. By fostering emotional safety, couples can find harmony in their sexual relationship, even when certain boundaries are firmly in place. When it comes to anal sex, understanding the physical realities is just as important as addressing the emotional and psychological aspects. While some couples may find this type of intimacy appealing, it's essential to acknowledge the unique anatomical and physiological factors involved, as these often play a significant role in a partner's reluctance. Unlike vaginal intercourse, anal sex requires careful preparation and communication to ensure comfort and safety. The anal area lacks natural lubrication, which means friction can quickly lead to discomfort or even injury if not properly managed. Without adequate lubrication and patience, the experience can become unpleasant or painful, reinforcing a negative association for those who are already hesitant. For some women, this physical discomfort is enough to deter any interest in exploring anal intimacy, regardless of their emotional or psychological readiness. In addition to the lack of lubrication, the tissue around the anus is more delicate and prone to damage than vaginal tissue. Tears, irritation, or other injuries can result from improper techniques or rushing into the act. These risks are particularly heightened for individuals with pre-existing conditions like hemorrhoids, anal fissures, or pelvic floor dysfunction, which can make the experience not only painful, but potentially harmful. It's vital for partners to approach this type of intimacy with care, prioritizing their partner's physical well-being over any personal desires. Furthermore, as women age, hormonal changes can affect their overall comfort during intimacy. A decrease in estrogen levels may lead to thinning or dryness in certain areas of the body, making any form of sexual activity, including anal sex, less appealing or more challenging. These physiological shifts should be approached with understanding and empathy, as they are natural parts of the aging process. Preparation is key for those who choose to explore anal intimacy. The use of high-quality lubricants and an unhurried approach can make a significant difference in ensuring a more comfortable experience. However, even with these measures, it's important to respect personal boundaries. If a partner expresses discomfort or resistance despite thorough preparation, it's crucial to honor their feelings without applying pressure. Open communication also plays a central role in navigating these physical challenges. Discussing comfort levels, preferences, and any potential concerns beforehand allows both partners to feel more at ease. Partners must create an environment where these conversations can happen without judgment or frustration, fostering trust and mutual respect. For couples who decide anal sex isn't the right choice for them, it's worth exploring alternative ways to maintain intimacy. Sexual satisfaction doesn't depend on one specific act. It's about discovering what feels good and meaningful to both individuals. Whether through physical touch, emotional connection, or other forms of sexual expression, there are countless ways to nurture passion and closeness within a relationship. Ultimately, the physical considerations surrounding anal sex highlight the importance of care, patience, and understanding. By addressing these factors openly and with respect, couples can build a stronger foundation of trust and intimacy, regardless of whether this particular form of intimacy becomes part of their sexual relationship. In any intimate relationship, respecting boundaries is fundamental to building trust and fostering a sense of safety. When it comes to a sensitive topic like anal sex, this principle becomes even more critical. A partner's reluctance or refusal to engage in this form of intimacy is not a rejection of their spouse, but a clear expression of their personal limits. Understanding and honoring these boundaries can strengthen a relationship in profound and unexpected ways. Mutual respect begins with open communication. It's important to approach conversations about anal sex with empathy and a genuine desire to understand your partner's feelings. Asking questions like, "What makes you uncomfortable about this?" or "How can I make you feel more supported?" allows for honest dialogue that prioritizes emotional safety. These discussions should be free of judgment, frustration, or coercion, ensuring that both partners feel valued and respected. Validation plays a key role in these interactions. Acknowledging your partner's concerns and emotions, whether they stem from discomfort, fear, or cultural beliefs, shows that their feelings matter. Statements such as, "I respect how you feel, and your comfort is my priority," can create a sense of reassurance and deepen emotional intimacy. This validation isn't just about words, it's also reflected in actions, such as choosing not to bring up the topic repeatedly if it causes stress or discomfort. Exploring alternatives is another powerful way to maintain intimacy while respecting boundaries. Sexual satisfaction doesn't hinge on one particular act, but rather on the shared connection between partners. Focusing on mutual desires, experimenting with other forms of physical closeness, or even enhancing non-sexual intimacy can help couples sustain their passion. A lingering embrace, sensual massages, or deep conversations can sometimes reignite a connection more effectively than any specific sexual act. It's also essential to recognize that differences in sexual preferences are natural and don't signal a failing relationship. Instead, they provide an opportunity to better understand each other and grow together. When handled with care, these differences can become a point of connection rather than conflict. A husband's willingness to prioritize his wife's comfort over his desires is a profound expression of love and maturity, laying the groundwork for deeper trust and connection. For couples who find this issue causing ongoing tension, seeking guidance from a professional can be invaluable. A sex therapist or counselor can provide a neutral space for both partners to share their feelings and work toward understanding. Professional help often uncovers solutions that might not be evident within the relationship, offering new perspectives and strategies for intimacy. Ultimately, respecting boundaries isn't a limitation, it's an opportunity. By demonstrating empathy, patience, and genuine care, couples can transform potential conflicts into moments of profound connection. This respectful approach reinforces the foundation of the relationship, creating a safe and loving environment where intimacy can flourish. Remember, a fulfilling sexual relationship is not about convincing your partner to meet your desires at the expense of their comfort. Instead, it's about finding ways to connect that honor both partners' needs and boundaries, ensuring the relationship continues to thrive. True intimacy in a relationship is about more than any single act. It's a tapestry woven from trust, respect, emotional connection, and shared experiences. When a partner sets clear boundaries, such as declining to engage in anal sex, it doesn't have to create a divide. Instead, it opens the door to exploring alternative ways of deepening your bond while respecting each other's comfort levels. One of the most effective ways to build intimacy without crossing boundaries is through enhanced emotional connection. Taking the time to understand each other on a deeper level, your desires, fears, and aspirations, can reignite passion and closeness. Simple yet meaningful gestures, like asking about each other's day, reminiscing about cherished memories, or sharing future dreams, remind both partners of the love and care that form the foundation of their relationship. Physical intimacy can also be enriched in ways that don't push personal limits. Exploring touch, from sensual massages to lingering kisses, can foster an intense connection without requiring penetration or activities that make one partner uncomfortable. Skin-to-skin contact, even if it's just cuddling, stimulates oxytocin, the love hormone, which strengthens feelings of closeness and trust. Communication remains central to sustaining intimacy. When discussing desires or boundaries, framing conversations with openness and curiosity, rather than frustration or disappointment, ensures that both partners feel valued. For example, a statement like, "I want us to find ways to be close that make us both happy," shifts the focus from what's not possible to what can be shared together. Couples can also explore creative ways to keep their sexual connection vibrant. Experimenting with new positions, introducing playful elements like games or lingerie, or rediscovering the excitement of foreplay can add variety and rekindle passion. These activities remind both partners that intimacy is not about limitations, but about mutual discovery and joy. For those navigating long-term relationships, prioritizing emotional safety can also bring a renewed spark. Showing appreciation for your partner through words of affirmation, acts of kindness, or gestures of affection creates a nurturing environment where intimacy naturally flourishes. When your partner feels cherished and respected, their willingness to explore closeness in other forms often grows. Ultimately, maintaining a fulfilling intimate relationship is about adapting to each other's needs and finding harmony in shared experiences. When couples focus on building trust and celebrating the love they share, they create a resilient connection that thrives regardless of differences in preferences or boundaries. This journey of understanding and care not only sustains passion, but also strengthens the bond that keeps their relationship alive and thriving. As we bring this thoughtful discussion to a close, it's important to recognize that the topic of anal sex and any intimate boundaries within a relationship is about much more than the act itself. It reflects the core values of mutual respect, trust, and understanding that are the foundation of any healthy partnership. A partner's hesitation or refusal to engage in a particular sexual activity does not signify rejection or a lack of love. Instead, it's an expression of their individuality and comfort. Honoring these boundaries strengthens the emotional connection and ensures that intimacy is built on a solid, respectful foundation. We've explored the complex layers, psychological, cultural, emotional, and physical, that influence a person's feelings about anal sex. Along the way, we've emphasized the importance of open communication, patience, and empathy. These are not just tools for navigating sensitive topics, but cornerstones for deepening intimacy in every aspect of your relationship. When you approach your partner's boundaries with care and understanding, you create a space where love and trust can flourish, even in the face of differing desires. True intimacy is not about insisting on a particular experience, but about finding joy in the connection you share. By focusing on the aspects of your relationship that bring you both fulfillment, you can nurture a partnership that thrives on mutual respect and admiration. Whether it's through physical touch, emotional vulnerability, or exploring new ways to connect, there are countless paths to a deeply satisfying and loving relationship. If today's discussion has resonated with you, we encourage you to take a moment to reflect on your own relationship. What have you learned about fostering intimacy and respecting boundaries? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Your voice is an integral part of this ongoing conversation. Finally, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the notification bell to stay connected with more engaging, insightful content. Share this video with someone you think would benefit from these perspectives, because meaningful conversations can spark understanding and transformation. Together, we can continue exploring the beauty of connection, one discussion at a time. Thank you for being part of this journey, and we'll see you in the next episode.